Hey guys, I'm Brandon. Thank you for tuning in to the first segment of Build It with Brandon on my new YouTube channel, Let's Vet. As always, we are here at Chevrolet Corvette in Atlantic City. Plenty of inventory and beautiful Corvettes to work with. So I really want to start up a new segment that I'm going to try to do once a month called Build It with Brandon as a thank you to my customers who've built from the ground up. And I thought it would be very fitting to start with a gentleman named Garn, who's ordered quite a few cars with us. This is his second Corvette that he's built with me. And this happens to be one of my favorite Z06s that I've built, just because of how bold, classy, and also unique it really is. So I wanted to go over and highlight some of the features. We've got a 3LZ convertible Z06, very well optioned with a Z07 package in exposed carbon fiber. That is the front splitter with the dive planes, the side skirts, and the high wing, all in exposed carbon fiber. And to match that, we've put carbon fiber mirror caps on. We've also done the carbon fiber grille splitters, and on the interior, we have carbon fiber level 2, which I really think goes well with the natural interior. Natural isn't always my first choice, but I think there's a few combinations that it goes incredibly well with, and one of those options is the carbon fiber level 2. Something between the contrast with the natural stitching on the black leather, along with the carbon fiber center console and the door inserts. On top of that, we have put front radiator grille screens in, which is one of our most recommended options in terms of dealer installed accessories. It's going to protect those radiators all around. And then we have one of my favorite options, which is the C8R graphics package, this time in Tech Bronze. That is part of the Tech Bronze appearance package, which includes a few things. You're going to have this Jake Hood logo. Instead of the traditional black and gray, you're going to have the black and bronze. It also includes dark stealth badging. And then one of my favorites, I think really one of the most underutilized dealer installed options, which is the Tech Bronze wheels. That is not only going to match the hood graphic, but it's really going to draw out those natural seats with the Napa leather on the, actually these aren't even GT2s, these are the sport competition seats, which again differentiates it a little bit from what you're going to see in traditional Z06 builds. Those seats are going to be meant to hug you, hold you in place on the track. They are certainly performance minded. Then in addition, we also have the rear fender hash marks also in Tech Bronze. This does a couple things. One, it draws those wheels out and ties them to the natural interior, but this also accentuates what I, in my opinion, believe to be one of the strongest suits of the Z06 itself, which is that wide body and those wide hips that come off. So I do think this accents it perfectly. In addition to that, we've got the standard stainless steel exhaust tips. I think this build is a really interesting combination of both aggression and class. The natural interior is always going to give it a little bit more of a refined and classy look, but you do still have the aggression from the high wing, all that carbon fiber, and the C8R Jake graphics package. In addition to that, you've got the standard stainless steel tips, which is kind of in keeping with that balance. Just really all around one of my favorite builds. Also, I forgot to mention, we've got the carbon flash painted nacelles and roof. Now granted, the top is down on it right now, so you're not going to see the roof, but the nacelles are matching. Just an all-around proportionate and balanced build, but so differentiated. Even just in the few days that we've had this in the showroom, we've gotten a lot of compliments that you just don't see this often. So really thought this would be fitting to highlight for the first segment of Build It with Brandon. And again, a huge thank you to Garn for being such a great repeat customer. Always a pleasure to work with, and thank you so much for giving me a chance to build this amazing machine with you. All right guys, this is our second car up, a little bit of an outlier in this. Really great customer named Joe built this with me. Unfortunately, he had to forgo it due to some other circumstances. It has since been sold to someone else, but nonetheless, this is one of the most beautiful cars that I've had the pleasure of building with a customer since I've been here, so I absolutely wanted to highlight it. This is, again, a 3LZ convertible. However, this is in silver flare metallic, which has since been discontinued for 2025. A lot of people are sad about that, myself included. But really a versatile color that can go with quite a few builds. Joe opted for a lot of accents on this, and he actually modeled this after a Ferrari that he liked, in that you've got body color accents throughout the entire thing. You've also got the not only carbon fiber exposed wheels, but with the red stripe, which I think perfectly complements the bright red caliper. This wheel also really comes alive in the sun, as does all of the matching carbon fiber. One of the things that I really like about this build is he opted to keep it a little bit more restrained in not going for the full carbon aero package, including the dive planes and the high wing spoiler. I think this gives it a lot more of a refined look, a little bit, you know, withholding on the aggression factor, very classy. In addition to that, we've got the body colored mirrors. My favorite part about this whole build, again, I'm a big believer that the devil's in the details and less is more. I love the edge red badging, both here on the side and the rear Corvette script. It just pops against that silver flare metallic paint. I love how it just jumps off, sets itself apart. This is not a Z06 that you see every day. And then possibly the main talking point on this car is the red dipped interior, which of course is only available with a 3LZ. Red dipped is a little bit of a risky move with red. I mean, that's a bold interior that takes up the entire thing. What I like about this is that is the accent. You're not overdoing it with a red on red. That is the part that just jumps out. In addition to that, we also went with stealth interior trim, as well as carbon fiber level 2. That's going to create that great two-tone effect against the red. Again, very bold piece that you're not going to see every day. But all in all, man, what a rare build. You're not going to see something like this very often. Just so unique. He also put a lot of dealer installed options on this. We've got the carbon fiber grille splitters here, along with the grille screens to protect those front radiators. And then if you come around the side, little accent pieces. We've even got carbon fiber sill plates here to tie in with not only the side skirts, but the carbon fiber level 2. Everything's just tied together very nicely. You'll see we still have the plastic on the floor mats because this red dip is definitely meticulous to keep clean, so keep that in mind if you're thinking of building with it. We also have the carbon flash roof and the cells to break it up, give it a little bit more of an aggression factor. And I think that's pretty much everything we have on here, but again, just such a fun build this one was. Thank you to Joe for building it with me. And if you guys are thinking of building one yourselves, feel free to reach out. My favorite part about this job is custom building the cars. I feel more like a suit tailor than a car salesman. I love tying all the different fun combinations between interior, exterior, badging, all the fun little options that set your car apart. So if you're thinking about building one and you'd like to build it with Brandon, feel free to give me a call or a text directly on my cell phone. That's 856-534-4006. You can also email me at bnewberger@siokadealerships.com.